This is not a coincidence that you clicked on this video. It's because God wants you to start respecting yourself and to know your value. In one of my previous videos, I already touched the subject of knowing your value and having a positive image of yourself. I believe with all my heart that God wants you to know how valuable you are, how precious you are. He wants you to know that He loves you and cares about you. And you should really know this, that you are important to Him, and He wants you to think positively about who you are. And today I want to specifically discuss with you the subject of self-respect. Welcome to Confidence Fix. If you are new to the channel, this channel is about faith, personal development, improving the quality of life, and building confidence from a Christian perspective. Today my message to you is this: God wants you to respect yourself. And this is what we are going to discuss today. How to treat yourself with respect, how to not allow other people to treat you poorly, and how to make sure that everything you do reinforces self-respect. You know, I really think that God wants us to like ourselves, like who we are. Like when you look into the mirror, you go like, yeah, looking good. In order to reach this state when you like yourself, you need to treat yourself with respect. What does it mean? First of all, it includes what you say or think about yourself. Imagine you are a separate person. How do you make that person to feel respected and valued? When we want the other person to feel respected, we say good things about that person and we approach with respect in everything we do. If that's someone you value, you would never allow yourself to say something bad, like you are stupid or you are not talented enough or you are a loser. We would never say something like that. It's quite the opposite. We would find every opportunity to say something positive, to find something positive about that person and to say it publicly, especially in the presence of other people. You know, you are so talented and intelligent. I really appreciate what you are doing. This is how we would approach that person, and this is exactly how we need to approach ourselves. We need to really start saying good things about ourselves, praise ourselves, not in the religious sense, of course, but finding something positive about ourselves and admiring it. Because you know what? One of the things which ruins our confidence, self-esteem, and self-respect is when we say bad things about ourselves. When we make some mistakes, which everyone does, we don't miss this opportunity to say about this and point this out. How could you possibly do that? You're so stupid. What were you thinking? That's what we often say, but we should really stop saying it. Treat yourself with respect. Notice those small and big things which you do really good and say something good to yourself. Say it. You did great. That was so smart of you. You know what? God respects you because He created you. He knows your talents. He knows your abilities, and He respects your personality. He wants you to understand that and also start treating yourself with respect. Another way of treating yourself with respect is when you set a specific standards and you don't go below them. For example, when you see some cheap junk food, on one hand you have a temptation to eat it because it might be tasty, but on the other hand you think it's so bad for my health that it's almost disrespectful for me to eat this. If I eat this cheap, bad quality, unhealthy candy, I show disrespect to myself. And I'm not talking about the price here. I'm rather talking about the quality and the positive impact. The things that we eat, the things that we consume in terms of information and the content. Like, treat yourself with respect. Don't consume stupid content. Respect your intellect and don't go below the standards. That's what I mean. Another way how we show respect to ourselves is when we don't allow anyone to treat us poorly. Sometimes we really need to tell people that the way they treat us is not acceptable. When someone doesn't respect my boundaries and I allow it to happen, I show to myself and to everybody else that it is okay to disrespect me. This influences our self-esteem, confidence, the way we see ourselves, which in turn will determine our decisions. This is why God wants me and you to start respecting ourselves and to show this to everyone else. Another thing which I want to mention today is the way how we reinforce self-respect. You know, there are certain things which when we do them, we feel good about ourselves. When I do push-ups, I start respecting myself. Probably you also have certain things which when you do them, you feel good about yourself, you start respecting yourself. And there are also things after we do them, we feel bad about ourselves and disrespect ourselves. It can be eating late at night or watching a SpongeBob cartoon.
That is really disturbing.
You do it and then you hate yourself for this. You don't respect yourself. And it's very important to identify those things. Things which reinforce self-respect and things which decrease self-respect. What makes you respect yourself? Do more of that. If something makes you hate yourself or disrespect yourself, you need to stop doing it. Because otherwise these things will ruin your self-esteem and self-confidence. And you also need to think what makes you respect yourself. This may be sports or different hobbies or things that you are really good at. Or maybe when you listen to high-quality music or read really good, smart, intelligent books, you show respect to your level of intellect and it makes you feel good about who you are. It makes you respect yourself. Do more of those things because it reinforces your self-respect, your confidence and your self-esteem. And I believe with all my heart that this is exactly what God wants for His children. Alright, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I wish you all the best. Subscribe to my channel and see you soon in the next video. God bless.